Hey, well, it is late January, Saturday the 28th, 9th, something like that. And, well, a couple days ago, I left Kennedy Space Center. I was going to stay 3 or 4 days over in Titusville and just kind of boondocking parking lots, but I saw a big cold front coming through, especially where I wanted to go towards the panhandle. The temperatures were going down to the low 30s. So I said, my house has wheels, head south. So I came down towards Felda, which is about where Immokalee is, just north of there. It's a state forest campground that I have been to before, several years ago. Before I had the van, I had a truck with a tent camper on it. Came down here for a week back in 2017 or 18. And so I knew I liked this place. It's really remote, really quiet, really secluded sites. You don't see your neighbors here, and that's something I always look for. And so I came down here, and it's $9 a night, which I really like. I did a campground review back then. I'll put a link if I can figure out how, like over here somewhere. The only different change between then and now is used to have 4 or 5 of the sites were reserved for walk-ups, and you could. But now every site you have to reserve online. I think that's throughout the state of Florida now. You have to do everything reserve online. And this place is not heavily used. I was here, I mean, it's Saturday, so you're talking the weekend. Out of the 15 sites, there is 5 sites typically taken, so it's kind of out of the way. But if you want something quiet, it's not really all that heavily used. So came down here for 4 nights. Gonna leave tomorrow, head north towards the Crystal River, Homosassa area, see a friend on the way towards the Panhandles, and I do have reservations in Texas mid-February, so I have to start heading west. That's where I'm heading. Probably starting tomorrow. And the temperatures, the cold front's moving through today. By tomorrow, it's going to be 70s in the Panhandle and Mississippi and towards New Orleans. That sounds cool for me, so I'm heading west. Show you around a bit here. Van's in pretty good shape. And take a look outside. Got the solar out. It's been really cloudy, so it hasn't been charging the batteries that much, but it has been maintaining. You can see it's a pretty secluded site. It's got its own palm tree. I think this is the prettiest site. I was here, like I said, several years ago. I think I stayed at least one night at this site. It's the prettiest site, I think. It's got its own little palm tree here, which is cool. I did do some drone video yesterday. I'll put that in so you can see what this place looks like. Panther Pond. Do a quick drive through of the campground. It's Sunday. Place is kind of full. I think there's 5 or 6 people in the 15 sites. It's a nice guy. Talked to him. Another retiree. Back here in the back, I don't know if you'd get a big rig in. It's a little tight. But up here towards the front, especially the first 3 or 4, number 7 where I was right here, just pulled out. Number 5, everything here on the left. It's probably big enough for, well, maybe not a big, huge Class A, but definitely a big Class C. Number 1, if you could make the turn, and then back out to the road. And as I said before, it's a pretty good road. It's back here a mile or so, but it's pretty good. Anyways, that's Panther Pond. Probably be back here again someday. It's a nice, cheap state forest campground down in the southern part of Florida.